BPM 2016. It was really good. It was not as loud as it has been in the past. Sometimes you go to the different vendors and they try to compete with noise, you know, who's got the loudest speakers and that. But there was a lot more about the lights this year rather than the sounds. Lots of things going on, lots of people, and it was really good. So, what did I pick up? Well, I picked up some things. What did I pick up? I picked up some things. And what I'm going to do is I'll do a little unboxing as well. But I'll just, so you got the free bags, you know, the Serato or whatever it is nowadays. So what have we got? This is really heavy, a lot heavier than you would think. And this is a laptop stand. But so that's the box for it. There you go. And that's basically it. It's just showing you a picture of a laptop stand, but it's heavy. It's incredibly heavy. It's yeah, I mean it's just lots of bits of metal and stuff. So I'll put that together in a minute. So that was actually quite good. That was a tenner. This was this was £15, and it is it's sort of an LED with some lenses, and I'll unbox all of this. So it's an LED with some lenses, and I think it spins around and stuff. And what I'm going to use this for is because I think it cycles through the different colours and patterns. But well, I say cut patterns, it's just dots, but it cycles through the different colours. And what I'm going to use this for, on the front of my table, I have a big white cloth, and at the moment I've got LED strips everywhere. Now that works fine, and to the eye it looks fine. It just lights it up and it changes colour. The problem is that plugging the LEDs in and out, they're starting to break, and you're getting little LEDs now turning off, and if you wiggle it you can make it come back on again, and that's just a pain. So what I thought was I'll get one of these balls and put that behind the white sheet and have this project all the dots spinning, you know, and changing colour, and see how that affects work. So we'll unbox that in a minute, and I'll go through the details of, you know, the model and everything. And then the last pickup is, now this is a bit more special. Now the one thing about my discos that everyone's always commented about is my laser, and because it just looks so good, especially if you can get a white ceiling or a white wall or something to project it onto. But over time the laser wears out. I don't know if it's something to do with the way that laser light works, and the filament eventually wears out, but it was getting duller and duller and duller, and after about, I don't know, about 3 years, it just wouldn't come on. You know, it was getting fadier and fadier, and then one day it just wouldn't turn on. So I had to get rid of it. There you go. So I bought a new one today, and here it is. Ooh. And this is a bit of a big one. So this laser, it's red, green, and blue laser, all in the same thing. They call it Class 4. I don't know what that means. I assume it means bright, or I hope it means bright. We'll find out when we unbox it. But the difference with this is what they call, you can see it on the box there, 3D, let's see if we can focus, back there. 3D laser, yeah? Now, apparently it's got some built-in programs, and when you cycle through them, it will produce 3D pictures on the wall. Now, I don't think they actually mean it looks 3D. I think they just mean, you know, like a 3D cube spinning, but on a flat surface, you know, that sort of thing. So I think it's more projecting a 3D image rather than actually making a 3D effect. They was going, oh yeah, it's a 3D effect, but they couldn't show it to me because they had it pointing upwards at the show. But I've got a great discount on that. So it's I think it's $279, you know, on the interwebs. But buying it at the show, it was 200. So you save yourself 80 quid buying it then and there. So let's do some unboxing. Okay, so here's the laptop stand. Let's have a look inside and see what we've got. Some kind of sticky back felt pads. They're just felt pads, I guess they're for the feet. some screws, some more screws. Oh, very heavy. Where's the camera? There we go. Okay, so we've got very heavy, very heavy clamp things. So they screw into the, clamp onto the table. So a couple, oh, they're very heavy. No wonder this box, oh, and this thing, there you go, some of them screw things, some pin things, 4 of them. We take them apart, yeah. Now, everything is, it's like steel. This is very heavy. I keep saying it over and over again. It's very heavy. It's like steel. So I guess that sits like that. And this must clamp on. Ah, right. So that probably goes like that. That probably goes like that. Yeah, I think we're getting the idea here. Okay, some rods. I notice there's no instructions. So that's okay. I'm sure we can figure it out. How hard can it be? No instructions? No. No instructions. Okay, so for 10 quid, you're going to have to just look at the picture. Ah, now looking at the picture, what I see is 3 different arrangements. So you've got the 1, 2, 3 different arrangements here of different ways you can have this. So you can either have it as a backwards clamp, a forwards clamp, or as a you know, stick it out on the table thing. So we'll have it as a stick it out on the table thing. So this appears to be quite easy put together. I'll just follow the drawing. So that will go in there. This is screwed on the back of it. Okay, easy so far. Does it go any tighter than that? Yes, it does. There we go. And then the same with the other side. Not that. There you go, this one. Now, what it probably doesn't help is that it is a black stand on a black background, so you probably can't see really what's going on. If I stick it on top of this box, it might help. Lay it down a bit, it might help a bit see what I'm actually doing. Okay, so we'll screw this side in as well, and then we'll get another rod and put it in. I shouldn't have done the other one so tight. There we go. In that side, and we'll just screw that one in. I'll try to. There we go. Screw that in. And then this other rod. Okay, come on. We'll line up the threads. There we go. Hang on a sec, let me do it off camera for a second while I put this on. Oh gosh, come on. There we go. Right, so we've got ourselves now a rock solid frame. Okay, so what this is doing is just holding these two apart. Now, what I have done is I have put them 2 rods in before I've attached these. So what that means now is I'm going to have to take them off and put them on again. So let's do that. So this is what's known in the IT world, and probably in other worlds, as trial and error. So you put it together and then you find out you've done it wrong, and you take it apart and you do it again. Now, luckily it doesn't take very long to take that off. What I can see is that there's different holes. You see these holes, and what this suggests is that you'll be able to then change the height of this stand here. So at the moment it's standing quite low, and that may get in the way of my controller underneath when I want to get to things. So I have my controller across there, and then laptop sitting on top, and that is actually really low. So we'll change that now and make it a bit higher. So take that off, take that off, and we'll make that a bit higher. So let's see. Which really makes me wonder. So there's screws. They must be for this. They're pads. Makes me wonder what these little bits are for. I can't see on the picture what these are for. So yeah, I've got little short ones here which do connect on the end there. I mean, in theory I could make this wider. I suppose if you have a wider laptop or something, you could make it wider. Anyway, let's make this a bit taller by moving that to there. I don't know if I can get the thing in the hole. So I'm putting it on the lowest point, the highest point on the foot, and then the lowest point on the top piece. Now it could, in theory, go even one higher than this by moving these bars closer together. And then what that would do is, but I don't know how that would work with stability of the actual, you know, this sort of action. At the moment, it's very solid. I mean, this thing is incredibly solid. I mean, this is, as I say, it's like it is steel. You can feel that, or some kind of steel alloy. And we'll get that in a sec. I'll do this one. So, the most exciting video ever, eh? Putting together a laptop stand, a DJ laptop stand. Well, I never said it was going to be an exciting video. It's just showing you the pickups. It will probably be exciting when I get to the laser. I think that's probably going to be the best bit. But what I'll do, I'll stick some annotations in the video, and you can skip forward past all this because this probably is the boring bit. Okay, so we now have this stand, which will just fall over because it doesn't have the leg bits, these big long pieces of metal here. Now, how do they connect? I've got a couple of screws here, so let's see what we can see. There's some screws. These are some bigger screws, and they're smaller screws. The bigger ones, they just fall through the hole there. So, do the smaller screws fit into this? Is this threaded? It feels like it is. Yes. So that's threaded, which would mean that we put this on here. Then I've got a washer here. So put the screw through the washer, put this through here, and then screw it into the foot from this side. Okay, that seems reasonable. So, hang on, pause while I get the screwdriver. Okay, that was going to be a bit of overkill because I didn't know where there was a screwdriver, so I was going to get out my my electric one, which is probably a bit too much for this job. And then I just, on the way back, I stumbled across just this regular screwdriver, which is great. So, is it going to go in? Am I anywhere near the hole? Do the threads only go on one side? I doubt it. It should just... Let's try it again. Yes, it's going in. There we go. Excellent. Excellent. Right. Then we can get the screws and go through the other one, which may be a bit trickier, actually. No, I said about trial and error. Okay. So here, this looks like it could be another error unless we go through here. Ah, there we go. Look, so lucky it's angled, and because it's angled, I can do it on the other side. Excellent. There we go. So tighten that in. Tighten that in. And then need that and that. And then just put this under there as well. Yeah, I suppose if you've got like a £2 grand laptop, you want something a bit solid to make sure that it's not going to, you know, fall off or fall apart on you. So making it from this very strong metal is a good idea. However, it's not quite getting through that thread, so we'll try the other side. See if it goes through this one. If I don't wear out the screw first, of course. Okay, so that's that one in. And the last screw. And then we can move on to the other stuff. The exciting stuff. The light bulbs. Okay, that's in. And that's in. And then what I would believe is the last part, flip it over and stick on these pads. The feet, these rubber feet with a glued back to them. So just one there. So the only thing is, obviously, that once this is up, it's quite strong, and it's not really going to fold away. I mean, you can take these side bits off, the poles, make it a little bit smaller, but it doesn't fold up. I mean, this is, I mean, amazing, really. For £10, the strongest laptop stand that I've seen. It is just incredibly strong, and I'll put the links in the description of where you will get these from. It's just called a laptop stand, but I'll get the proper links, and there it is. There we go, one laptop stand. So let me grab a laptop. Where is my laptop? Oh, there it is. It's under the table. Okay, and then on it goes. And yeah, that's so I'll have that like that and be, you know, DJing. Oh yeah, so there's enough room underneath to get to the decks, the controller, and plenty of room on top for you know, finding the music. That's actually really nice. So there you go, done. Next. Okay, so what do we have here? This is some kind of lens, some plastic lens with some LEDs inside. So let's take a look. Okay, so it's a massive mirror ball type thing. It has a fan here, and it has a fan here. So I wonder if it gets warm. Now this is strange. This is so it's by Atomic4DJ. Don't know who they are. It has an SD card reader. I'm not making this up. This is the strangest thing ever. So we have here. If the thing will focus. Come on, focus, focus, focus. And is it going to focus? I'll just there we go. So it's focus. Yeah, an SD card reader. Oh, yeah. A USB socket and a few buttons. Now, I don't understand why. Why would you have an SD card reader on it? And it has a speaker. There's a speaker in there. This here is a speaker. Why would you have a speaker? Ooh, intriguing. Ah, that really helps as well. The plug is foreign. Yay. Okay, we've got a remote control as well. So that's different. And what do we... So it's called... which way up does this go? Right, I'm going to put it sideways so you can just tilt your head. Right, it's a LED Ball Mini EC MP3. So 6-watt MP3 crystal ball LED. I'm guessing that you put an SD card in it and the thing is a stereo. Well, let's find a one of those plug adapters and try it out. Okay, so here it is. I've just powered it on and it came on all by itself, and it seems to be going through some kind of sequence here. The remote control, it's not burning, I hope. The remote control doesn't do anything. Doesn't do anything. Just try again. Okay, so the remote control doesn't do anything. There's no power, or maybe when you have the, I don't know. Maybe when you've got music in there it does stuff, but that remote control doesn't do anything. So I'll get a shot of the ceiling with the light turned off, and well, even with the light on, that's still incredibly bright. I'll show you it with the light on. Okay, this is it with the light on, and these are, you know, bright bulbs, or brightish, but bright enough bulbs. I'll show you it with the light off, and we'll see the difference. Wow, that's a pretty incredible effect, I have to say. That is really a nice effect there, and it's going through all sorts of sequences, and it's very bright. I mean, this is £15. So behind my big white sheet that goes on the front of the stand, I think this is going to look really nice. This is much better than those LED strip light things I've got. That really is. That's amazing. Okay, let's move on to the. I mean, you know, that's really all that is to that. So let's move on to the laser. Wow, what an amazing little light that is, isn't it? It's incredible. For £15, you've got yourself. And you don't even know what's going on. For £15, you've got yourself a bright LED light that lights up the whole room. It's got a MP3 player, and yeah, the speakers built in. Kids' Christmas presents? Huh? I think so. Right. Ugh. Now the big one. Now the big one. The 3D laser. Right, what do we get inside the box? Have I got anything to open the box with? Anything? Oh, have to be the screwdriver then. So the great unboxing video. I don't think I've done an unboxing video before. I don't know. This may be a first. Right, what do we get? Oh yes, okay, so we've got, it looks like some kind of fuse, maybe a fuse there, I'm not sure, some kind of fuse. Keys. Now that's the funny thing, I have no idea why, but all my lasers have had keys with them, and you have to turn the key to get the thing to turn on. I don't know what it is about, and you can't, once you put the key in, you then can't take it out, you know, unless it's turned off. You know, it's a key to start, and then you have to keep it in there. It's just really annoying. Even I've got these other lights, which are LED lights, strobe lights, and laser all in one, and they have a separate key on the same device just to turn the laser on, but not for the rest of the light. So you can run the rest of the light. And I was thinking, what's going on? You know, where's the laser? And it turned out I had to put a key in to turn the laser on, because the rest of the light came on. Okay, it's not incredibly heavy, but it's a fair heaviness. There we go. So, what do we have? We've got one of these things which seems to lock in position. That's interesting. So it locks upright, and then you can then tighten it, and it's got these pin things. Yeah, so that's different to lock it straight. It's got one of these things for putting cables on, so if that comes loose, it then hangs on the cable. It has the on-off switch here, key, I mean, the on-off key. That's the on-off switch, that's the on-off key. You've got your DMX functions there. I assume that if you turn them all off, it will be sound to light. We've got here it says pattern size, so maybe to focus the beam. Then you've got sound sensitivity, so that's your sound to light. You've got your DMX input and output there. And something called interlock. So that's what this thing is. What is this interlock? This is new. I don't know what an interlock is. And a lot of stickers. What are all these stickers for? Look at all of this. It's there you go. Yes, we know it's a laser. Don't look at it. But just in case you didn't know, there's a load of stickers just in case. Okay, interlock. So, do I need to put this in to start it up? Well, one way to find out, isn't it? We'll have the key in ready. There we go, so that's the key to turn it on and off. Now, what we got at the front? At the front, there is a microphone, power, mic. Yeah, so there's a LED for the microphone, LED for the LED for power, LED for mic, and then the actual microphone itself. And then this is the laser, and yeah, and it's just a big shiny disc there. Don't look into the laser light. Well, I suppose better turn it on. Okay, so this is with the light turned on. That interlock thing, you need to have it in for it to turn on. Okay, so I've got this dial on the back here, and it's, oh my god, that is a bit bright actually. I just looked at it and that's a little bit bright. Okay, and what it does is as you twiddle it, the sort of pattern gets further and further apart. You see? So, yes. I don't know if it's turned on sound to light or not, or whether it's just because I adjust the I've adjusted the sound there and it's done absolutely nothing. It's just sort of going through a cycle. Oh look, there you go, it's your 3D patterns. Well, I'm going to flip the DMX thing and put it to channel 0. So that's now on channel 0. Oh, and then it turned off. Maybe I've got to turn the sound to light up. Ah, right, so that must be the sound to light then. So there you go, it's doing some wavy patterns there. Oh, it's gone off again. Okay, so I'll change it back to DMX1 then. Because obviously it's not... Oh, it's come back on again. I'll change it to DMX1. There we go, so that makes it stay on. Okay, so this this thing then, when it says changing the focus, it's basically how far apart the lasers are, and it looks to be like there's 3 of them. See, there's the red and green, and then every now and again it puts up a blue. But I have to say, the intensity when all 4 of them gets together, that white is very bright. So if that's what they mean by class 4 laser, it's yeah, incredibly bright. However, I'm still waiting for these 3D patterns, 3D effects. Whether that's meant to be 3D, it's sort of a ball. Sort of goes cubey, a bit flashy. Yeah. Oh, look, there's a heart going through a thing. So yeah, lots of pre-programmed effects there. Apparently, you can also hook it up to your DMX. To get it to do different things. Looks like there's actually quite a few effects. It seems to be going through them all. And so there's that 3D effect there. As I say, it's just a 3D object rather than you know, actual 3D. So there you go. One class 4 laser, and that's yeah, done. So there you go, that's BPM 2016. It was a good time, some good stuff. Wasn't expecting to get that LED globe thing with the built-in speaker and MP3 player. I think that's absolutely brilliant. The stand is incredibly substantial. It really is. I think it's really going to do its job. Plus, you know, it comes with those clamps as well if you really want that extra added stability to clamp it down. And the laser, yeah. well, I mean, yes, it is better than my last laser. My last laser was just a green light, and it just done some wiggly patterns and stuff, and you know, and people like that. People really do notice the lasers. I mean, you can have all the flashy LEDs and spotlights and things, but the lasers is what people notice. The lasers, they really do. So I'll put that on the next time I do a gig, and I'll film it, and we'll see what it looks like with the whole shebang. You know, the stand and the those other lights I've got, and they've got lasers in as well, and then this one, which is like a purpose laser, all together, and we'll see what kind of effect we can get out of that. Okay, great, thanks.